And we're live. Yes, mommy? Alright, may I come? Alright guys, waiting until the sound. Kwame, stop act like say you don't end up and eat anything. People hear from live now, so you're like, yes, say go and get something. You're 15, soon 16.
What?
You're still gonna be 16 September.
So I tell people I'm not.
Kwame, it's not about him, I tell you say he's a big boy.
So why
Kwame, I'm live. Please, it doesn't sound good. Just chill. Alright, I wonder if the music stops. The music still on, like it now. Tune for now. So it's on the music, so. Alright. See you on next song there again. Hey guys, how you all doing? Just waiting on the music to stop so I can start. Alright, I guess it's stopped now.
Iran made 3 changes.
No, sir. Them gone pan titanium now, grandma. A 6 song I end up on Tinder this morning.
We expect 423 for the Iranians. Rudy Garcia appointed the Frenchman in January 2025. And this man is in his second spell in charge of Iran, former international midfielder. So Belgium get this Group G match underway. A section in which, in the second round of matches, no team can go forward to the knockout stages. No team can be eliminated after all 4, including New Zealand and Egypt, who play in Vancouver in their second match in the group. All the teams picked up a point in their opening matches. One thing that has been notable to my eye at this World Cup so far is that we're seeing slightly less of possession-based teams and a lot of devastating counter-attacking transitional football.
Yes, and I think Iran in particular in this game will showcase that when they can. I think Belgium are one of those teams that will like to keep possession and dominate possession with the technical players that they have. Got to watch out for the shot breaks of Iran when they go in towards Taremi and players running off it.
The Belgians' transition in terms of their squad is in defence, where Nathan Ngoy and Brandon Mekele only have, including today, 17 caps between them. We've lost the likes of Jan Vertonghen and Toby Alderweireld and Vincent Kompany, so there are relatively new faces at the back. It's Belgium who earn the game's opening corner.
Yeah, but Salamakas already getting himself involved, given the opportunity today. And Doku's absence made a bright start.
Respiratory infection keeps out Manchester City's Jeremy Doku today. Played a big role in their qualification, so he will be missed. So what can Belgium make of the match's opening corner? Good one. Iran defend it well. Put in by De Bruyne. Good one for Berenvan, the goalkeeper, who's taken a knock, I think, amongst the melee. But that was such a typical De Bruyne cross, plenty of menace.
And that's exactly why it was such an issue for Berenvan, because Lukaku's just trying to get in there in front of the goalkeeper. He has a right to go for it because it's such a teasing cross from De Bruyne, but he certainly catches the goalkeeper with his follow-through. Really brave from Berenvan. I can understand why the referee has given a yellow card, maybe just because of the height of the studs from Romelu Lukaku.
Tielemans, the Belgian captain, having a word with our Argentine referee Herrera, but yellow card for a very early one for Romelu Lukaku. Certainly one he had to be interested in.
So no tick sound, I'm a bit careful because I don't know if I'm being an offense. It doesn't look like you have an offense. I see the government I'm trying to keep the ball. I'm at
He's on the referee sheet with a yellow card here for studs up challenge on Berenvan.
I think the issue is that is the way to go for it as a striker. You're stretching your toe out, your studs are up because he wants to get the touch on the ball. Ultimately, the referee is looking at the contact that was actually made on Berenvan. If you remember, in Qatar against England, he took a nasty clash as well.
And he's certainly shaken up. The Iran goalkeeper, Alireza Berenvan, playing in his third World Cup. A hugely experienced Iranian side. Around 750 caps in the starting 11 today. Has to tread carefully now, Lukaku. Well, the picture would suggest that Berenvan is going to continue. Feeling his neck there. Belgium's intent would be to test this man as soon as they possibly can.
she's straight from Belgium. Supporters say that was not fair.
It's a loose piece of play there by Nemati, but no real damage caused. Ngoy. Trossard trying to find space for the cross. Taremi quickly dispossessed. Almost springing a counter-attack there. And now it's Belgium on the front foot. Let's see what the intention was, trying to find the far corner of the net.
There's good counter-pressing from both sides, but Belgium come out with the ball. We've seen this many times. That little dab of a touch inside and looking to whip to that far top right-hand corner. It was off radar there for De Bruyne.
Kevin De Bruyne, I'm sure you're aware, along with Lukaku, and an injury-ravaged season. Still to be determined whether they're going to be at their peak today, that pair. And indeed, what Belgium hope is going to be a deep run into the competition. Ngoy. Nice change of body direction there from Trossard. Excellent cross on the rebound and gathered by Berenben. Had to react smartly as well. They're at the goalkeeper here, but his reflexes have to be good.
Super play by Trossard. Back towards De Bruyne. That wasn't a great effort from Kevin De Bruyne. The Kuiper was there following in. Weak effort. Straight at Berenben. He's not that quick, Leandro Trossard, but his change of direction and body movement is excellent.
Been a good start from the Belgians. But as we touched on, they don't mind suffering without the ball, Iran. Quite often they like the opposition to come on to them. Tielemans. Ngoy. Making a real impression on Rudy Garcia. The centre-back Nathan Ngoy, only his 6th cap today, plays in France with Lille. Lukaku, he got himself set for the shot, but pretty comfortable defending in the end.
Again, this is what Lukaku wants, to face you up in the area. Kanani though, excellent. Didn't totally commit himself. Moved across, good body position for the block.
Maxime de Kuiper, shaping for the long throw here. Referee's whistle in favour of Iran. Belgium were semi-finalists in Russia 2018. Just couldn't take that next step. Still as one of the pre-tournament favourites 4 years ago in Qatar. Didn't get out of the group stage. Raskan to Salamakis.
Come on, grandma,
Nunez cross.
come on, you want me instead?
Now coming out. Not for long. Recycled for Belgium by De Bruyne. I've just been a little bit loose around when they collected possession. That needs to sharpen up, because if they're going to allow Belgium the amount of possession that they have done so far in this game, we're going to need to take those small window of opportunities. Not the best clearance from Beeren Van. Lukaku's layoff just a little astray. Here's De Bruyne. Certainly wasting no time in getting their crosses in Belgium in the opening minutes.
So you go there?
6,080.
Wow.
Boy's foul. And a master and apprentice there, wasn't it? Taremi, so clever, lovely touch. Felt the shove from Roy, who couldn't win that from such a technically gifted player, but look at that. Haidani really struggling with the movement of Trossard, and De Kuyper with a weak effort. First opportunity for the veteran Hazafi to get forward. Extending a national record of World Cup appearances, the number 3 to 11 today. His 140th cap, just one short of Javad Nekunam's national record. Hazafi again. First threat from Iran! Almost head to a goal! Fine save from Courtois! That's why he's one of the best in the world. Thibaut Courtois. Kanani it was that just swiveled in the area when it dropped to him. Brilliant strike. Flashes down to Courtois' right. Gets down so well, and he has to parry it away with spin on the ball. Outstanding goalkeeping. First look at Courtois' goal, and Iran nearly scored through Kanai. Courtois stays at home and is not engaged, despite the fact that there was a little bit of room there for Ezzatolahi. Again, caught the flight of the ball and then just mistimed the jump. Ezzatolahi. Some positivity for Iran after some dominant Belgian attacks. Here's Brandon Mengele. Forward pass. Flag up against Taremi. Well, that's frustrating because he's got the pace, really tight. There's so much space behind that Belgium defence. Lukaku. Salamakis. De Bruyne. He's going to a big hole. And finally gives up the international shirt, Kevin De Bruyne. Rudy Garcia will be happy with Belgium's start. Well, they remain goalless in Group G at the FIFA World Cup 2026. This is game number 4 of 8 in total here in Los Angeles. There's that movement again from Trossard. He's winning that argument.
Well, he has to learn. Haidani. It's the same trick once again. Trossard's not going to outrun him, so he may as well just give him the space, let him receive that and not get too tight to him. De Bruyne.
Tillemans. That was the right pass. Just carried too much weight for the lurking Lukaku. Although Belgium scored a lot of goals lately, including in qualification, it wasn't a seamless route to this World Cup fun. They did finish top of their group, but drew twice with North Macedonia and also with Kazakhstan. Iran were one of the first teams to qualify for the tournament. Ngoy. Meunier. Space, time for Mekele. Trossard. Space in behind the right side of that Iran defence again. That's where the threat's coming from. There's Trossard. Excellent defending. Meunier. Baran with eyes firmly on that.
Yeah, good goalkeeping. Baran he's recovered well after that early incident with Lukaku. But Kevin De Bruyne is causing problems. He's got a freedom in that midfield area. He keeps popping up in different places in attack, causing Iran some problems. It was Kanani with the block against Trossard.
Lukaku, nice layoff. But for all Belgium's dominance of the ball and territorial advantage, Iran have been the closest to a goal with that. Good effort from Kanani, which brought a fine save out of Courtois. Here's Salamakis. Stolen by De Bruyne. We're getting a lot of value, aren't they? We're talking about Trossard on the right. There's been some decent links with Meunier getting forward, Salamakis. You've talked about De Bruyne, but noticeable Belgium are getting overloads in the wide areas, something Iran have got to try and fix if they can.
Yeah, difficult when you're allowing so much easy possession. Gives the freedom to the fullbacks of Belgium to get forwards and overload those areas, with De Bruyne drifting as well. And they're able to get it into Lukaku, who will test any central defence, both mentally and physically. He will keep you honest the whole game with your concentration.
Meunier. Ngoy. Spreads the play nicely.
We had to run around place on one part. I like that. You know, what's left for myself.
Nice rotation about some of these Belgian attacks. Well, he really switched on at the back, Iran. Salamakas. Yuri Tielemans. See how high the Belgian centre-backs are. Here's Mekele. Tielemans. He can hit them. Berenban had to be watchful.
He did, because Tielemans really knows how to strike a ball. Many great goals throughout his career.
Kevin De Bruyne will take the corner. Ngoy going for his first senior international goal.
You see Tielemans allowed to get out of his feet. Tried to deceive Berenban with the near post strike, as well to get across because of the power on the strike of Tielemans.
Yuri Tielemans saying ahead of the tournament that they're not to have any regrets. Of course, they don't want any sort of repeat of going out in the group stage as they did 4 years ago in Qatar. Will Belgium have a positive story to write? George Weah, FIFA legend, former Liberian international.
Alright.
I've got a former striker alongside me. Just had a glimpse of one of the very best.
Certainly did.
Handball referee. A very good view of that, Dario Herrera of Argentina. Here's a free kick to Iran. This is about 25 metres out, central to Courtois' goal.
Just seemed to catch the arm of Raskan. Slightly off the thigh, but still the arm then protruded outwards. Not sure when you're out, you'll look to strike towards goal from this sort of distance. Is there Tel Aviv?
Shabby was placing the ball down. He's got a left foot, which would be favoured from his perspective.
I guess with his caps he takes charge.
Yeah, he's pulling rank here, maybe. Zayan scored in the opening group game, the number 23 against New Zealand. But it's Hadzafi, it's late, it's tidy.
It's decisive!
Iran scored. This was decisive for sure. This was decisive. This was decisive.
Turning round. Oh, I absolutely love it. This will be looked at, of course, from an offside perspective. I love the invention. Just a look at it. It looks like he's not interested in the pass in towards him. He takes a great first touch, scribbles and tucks it away with his left foot away from Courtois. Outstanding invention from Iran. It's just whether he'd gone too early.
If it stands, it'll be his third World Cup goal. VAR check is continuing.
Iran, them go check on but this was a really
Score against who?
Belgium, no check on, no check it.
Outside.
Belgium lose off of Belgium.
Alright, so don't take long that we say we go now, but
It
sure.
was a tight one.
Oh God. One thing though, for the Middle Eastern man, they're fine looking some.
But the execution by the set piece certainly caught Belgium out. You just love to see the creativity, don't you, at those sort of set plays. Everyone thinks there's going to be a strike. Went in towards Saremi. It's offside. Frustration for Taremi and Iran.
No goal. I got it, bet it.
Yeah, it hurts, of course it does. Because it had worked so well. You've got to give some credit to such a tight defensive line from Belgium.
What is happening over there? When you look at it,
Tielemans. Here's Lukaku. Raskan. Trossard. De Bruyne. Yeah, Matty doing a good job there on Salamakis. Belgium retained possession. De Bruyne been heavily involved so far. Tielemans. Now Mounier. Goalkeeper commits, takes all the pressure off his defenders.
Yeah, I think when there's only Lukaku in there, Belgium Vans could be nice and aggressive in attacking the cross, reclaiming it. I think they've been able to deal with crosses reasonably well, Iran. As Atalay, he's done a great job in midfield, just dropping in almost as an extra centre-back when the ball is wide. Sometimes that's so important just to overload the area.
The referee signals our first half hydration break.
Brought to you by.
So guys, we're on an hydration break.
Go cook some ramen, yeah?
Take a minute out of that ramen.
Onion, sir.
Hmm?
Onion, sir.
Come in over here. You can so try to take a minute out of that.
Yeah.
You send me over. I guess them finish.
They've got their creative players on the ball, in space, and they've looked to threaten without actually being able to create a genuinely meaningful attempt at goal. I think that'll be the only frustration, and it was something that they fell foul of in their first match. And again, actually, Iran have had the better opportunities. I think it was Kanani with the early opportunity when it gets headed down to it. Does really well just to take a touch, swivel and shoot. Brilliant from Courtois. As it bounces in front of the goalkeeper. Joyce makes it really difficult to parry away. That's why he's one of the best. Because of those reactions. At that stage, well, it knows teams have been up against it.
Then I see him down there, I say, another watch. Live stream. Come on, I make so random. No, I'm going to pull it out. Sometimes we have to say what about this reminder in case they go straight like one day with Andrew and they suck over their live with this.
Belgium have had 11 crosses so far in this game, but only completed one of them.
When I look, I realize that the things that we lack it out. But delete it still. No one is delete it. No, when I make two one to the watch over with team that violence. I want to watch one get to 9.7.
Not the best of challenges, and it's earned a yellow card for Sayed Izzatolahi.
The referees don't look kindly really on the
I'll make
pullback.
some votes for your comment that all of them are better.
In this tournament, rightly so. 2 marches away.
One man the oats can get instant oats and we can boil water and throw on it. Also enough to soak and just make it to the last step.
Hot water, and then sugar.
Don't you get out?
The keeper. Rascal.
Mounier offering the width on the right, ignored though by Ngoy. Mekele. Inadvertent touch off our Argentine referee, so possession back here for Belgium. Ngoy. A win today for either of these two would be a giant step towards the knockout stage on a point apiece from match day 1. Top 2 from each of the 12 groups. They go through automatically to the round of 32, and there'll be 8 best third place sides joining them. Mounier. Mekele. De Bruyne certainly felt the attentions of that challenge, but he's back on his feet, looks okay. Ngoy.
I think because of the amount of possession Belgium are able to have and how deep they're having to sit, Taremi very much isolated when that ball goes up towards him. Mohebi and Rezayan haven't been able to support Taremi at all, really.
Barely had a kick, those two, Mohebi and Rezayan. Good looking cross, hit well by Lukaku. Still got those instincts, hasn't he, to get away from his marker.
Yeah, Tielemans was offside from the initial pass, but the crossing was delightful. There to be attacked by Lukaku. We're disappointed he doesn't hit the target because he gets there first. Sees the flight of the ball, which comes off the top of his head and up and over.
Outstanding goal-scoring record for Belgium. 90 in 127 caps before today. De Bruyne. Again. Don't think there was any malice in that. Certainly a foul. Taremi on De Bruyne.
Not a lot, really, just slightly caught the heel as De Bruyne went back to the shin of Taremi.
Look at that ball recovery time for Belgium. Very impressive. Kaiba. De Bruyne is certainly garnering some attention here. Foul yet again. Asking the referee for a little more protection, Kevin De Bruyne.
De Bruyne just saying to the referee, snappy. Didn't really get anywhere near the ball. There wasn't a huge amount of contact also.
Too far out. One suspects to test Berenband here. It's all 30 metres from the Iran goal. Brought in by Kaiba. Certainly Rudy Garcia will be happy if Kevin De Bruyne can play the entire match. Talked about the injuries that he had in the season that just concluded. He turns 35 a week today. It's a warm day in Los Angeles, not searingly hot. It's warming up by the minute. Plus Meunier. Thought about the long throw, so he's going to deliver it eventually. And it takes too long. That was one of the edicts that came out of the IFAB meeting in Wales earlier this year, that if players take longer than 5 seconds over a throw-in, then it's overturned and it goes to the opposition.
Yeah, and how many times already have we seen in the tournament players looking bemused, even though they've been told the new rules? They have to get used to them, trying to speed the game up.
positioning from the referee too to call that. Lovely reads on the pass. De Bruyne was trying to hook it into the path of Lukaku. Stunning, wasn't it? The ball from Trossard over the top. Absolutely perfect. Such a difficult skill. Kevin De Bruyne over the top, outside of the right foot, trying to cushion a volley over the top of Van. It's been a while since we had our last attempt on target on either side. 23rd minute. Mounier. Took too long. Shafi with his pocket pick. Trossard.
I should have said no problem. I like it, man. I'm never seen it. There's something to take on my.
You can see the momentum that Belgium have had. But they'll be concerned that they haven't worked Van more. Iran goal. Just the use of the arm by Taremi here as he stretches across. Yeah, just the bicep. Yeah, straight away. You can see that. The Kuiper fall into De Bruyne.
Now ranking them. Yeah. I'm gonna say Cote d'Ivoire not even they're not the top 10. And you give Germany when I top 10 I run for them money. Cape Verde, they last on the map. And then this number 2 in the world, I run for them money.
Just sailed over the head there, the right back Adani.
I like them, but people carry it a book.
Ngoy.
Someone's outside.
Mekele. De Bruyne. Trossard. Samakas has his shot charged down brilliantly by Godos.
And then we will say a different.
Anything centrally, there's just too many Iran players.
Like it.
Outstanding from
Different.
Khalil Zada to come across. As Atalahi trying to get the referee's attention. He felt he was caught by Lukaku moments ago. He's on that yellow card.
Fridge. There's
Trossard.
chicken in our fridge.
It's certainly going to be a day to test Team Millie's fitness. What do we do? A lot of running out of possession here. Lukaku can't find a pass for Mounier. Just keeps coming back though at the ramp. Schumacher's looking for Lukaku. We'll have a minimum of 8 additional minutes at the end of this first half. Their chance has the referee by 2 ones. Likely he's through the pass for Lukaku. They're just a tiny little bit too eager to get Lukaku behind. We've been marked by both centre-backs. Done well up against Lukaku. There's a question mark about Iran ahead of this World Cup when they concede first in a game and they're chasing with their normally pragmatic approach, catch them out a little bit. Well, it certainly didn't against New Zealand. They were twice behind in their opening group match. Came back strongly. Fair result on the day, 2-2 draw. Boyner over ahead from Lukaku here. Something like 6 years Belgium spent as the #1 ranked team in the world. Failed to get their hands on a significant trophy. It might be the last hurrah for Kevin De Bruyne. You never know these days. We've got 40-somethings at this World Cup. Just your red shirts forward again here.
They're just not able to get any quality in towards Taremi at the moment. Iran, Lukaku, and it bulldoze his way through. It's not pretty, but we've seen him score plenty of his goals just like that. Again, just couldn't quite get enough out of his feet for the strike, causing problems of course, but that's where Iran have been excellent. Numbers in the penalty area, protecting their goalkeeper. You've got to admire it.
There have been several outstanding defensive performances at this World Cup. Cabo Verde with that incredible goalless draw against Spain. I watched Curacao perform heroically to close out a goalless draw against Ecuador yesterday. Curaçao's goalkeeper made 15 saves in that match. But wonderful to see the smaller nations competing so well.
Sure.
De Bruyne. Untidy. Esteladi. Raskan. Mekele. Now and Goy. Good offer from Salamakers. Can he get the telling cross? Not quite. They're crucially getting that first contact, Iran, on a number of crosses.
It's just depending in numbers, isn't it? In good positions.
I will say Belgium not
Played through.
Iran
Salamakers.
just
Tight offside.
big defense.
Asatalahi
So it's
again.
not like them not give them a chance to score. It's like what they Portugal. It's not like Portugal never did that play
Back in,
away.
making almost
Just
a back
that
three then when the ball is
then
wide.
them
Outnumbering Belgium in the penalty area.
mark off Ronaldo a certain way that he couldn't a chance even kick the ball the way he wanted to. So to be honest with you, the two side of my play well. Never you underestimate because some put up our own way in
Whatever the
the
result
78.
today, neither of these two teams will have
22%, which should have been 50% right now. Iran and
decided. We'll go to the final group games for both Belgium and Iran. Belgium's game is in Vancouver against New Zealand. Iran, after playing both their opening Group G matches here in Los Angeles, will travel for the first time. And they will play Egypt in Seattle. Rezaya over the free moment's levels in anticipation of something here. That was a nasty one from point blank range. Oh, striking the head.
Yeah, really unfortunate. You looked at the Kuiper's opportunity. You have to wait to see if the defender would miss it before he could try the volley. Hence why he didn't get the contact he wanted. Hadani there, just ahead of him. He had to wait till it landed on his foot. Didn't catch it with any quality. Then Arnie, good to see him up after taking a whack to the head of the ball.
Yeah, went with the side foot option there.
So
They're trying to open up the margin for error.
Happy Father's Day.
Belgium has been exercised in this first half. Belgium have had 4 attempts on target. That's as many as they had in the whole of their opening group game against Egypt.
Oh, great switch from Ngoy.
Not sure where the right back is there, Hadani. Lukaku can't stretch. These are fine margins. Belgium come again. De Kuiper. Forward in red. One of the more disappointing crosses. That one from De Bruyne. Deep into stoppage time. But we're just over the minimum of 8 minutes. Referee Dario Herrera of Argentina draws the first half to a conclusion. Mehdi Taremi had the ball in the net after an excellently worked Iran free kick. He was offside after a VAR review. Berenband has made a couple of smart saves, one in particular from Yuri Tillemans. At the break in Group G, Belgium 0, Iran 0.
Dare to Dream halftime game show brought to you by Flow, Red Stripe, Coca-Cola, KFC, Subvision, Sunshine Snacks and Water.
What is that? Grandma, instead of me turn on the something, I like have a TV. No, so this one crowd.
For the moments that are best enjoyed with your hands.
Deshaun, but some of their life tone down now. And we all watch some, I can't laugh. I'm a student, I want to have something. Be the best man.
I think would say Belgium against Iran, and all of a sudden we saw, oh, Iran is leading. It was an offside goal. But here at the stats, Belgium with much more possession, many more attempts on goal, 3 more attempts on target. 12 seconds they got the ball back. Half the time that it took Iran to get the ball back. And that's a key. Now look at the passes completed. 322 passes completed and just 54 for Iraq. So important as a coach, we were talking about it yesterday, the stats and stuff. How important is that? When you see that and you go in halftime, they have 399 passes and them have 10 passes. What you do with that kind of it?
Well, it's critical because statistics in work football now is very, very important. Iran team those ones that let us keep the ball much more. And they'll probably say, why are we not keeping the ball, or will we keep the ball much more? And I think it's in front. One of the reasons is because they play 5-4 in a low block, when they play the ball long to Taran, there's not enough support. So how they go about doing that is very, very important and statistics.
And sometimes folks, if you don't fully understand football, because some people just want to buy you're black. What is a block? What is a block?
Deshaun?
Block is where
Deshaun? I'm not going to talk to you again.
So what's that mean?
Doing a live stream, people that want to hear what the analysts are saying. Because we can't analyze the match.
So it's different for different players. In this situation, I think with all the statistics showing that Belgium has more of the ball. The problem is that they're unable to penetrate through the middle and force down the wing. When you look into the box, there are 9 to sometimes 10 players.
That's where you see the progression, because my question to Oral is where are they keeping this ball to us to understand where they keep it.
Obviously, the financial snap. You see the position up to the 80 box. Because that's counted on. We criticize it and defense here, which is real presence alone to the low block.
Alright,
How much trouble breaking them now?
yeah, you said you like that. If you said they would win that, what do you do at halftime? You're being beaten right now, even though it's being so what do you do at halftime?
No, I would have said to them that it's not it has been a very game that been compact. They're definitely defending those 14. Now we need a little bit more quality with the ball. We need to keep the ball for a longer period of time. Now, as a coach, if I want to go to the winner, coach wants to have to 5-6 where Taran has some support immediately, and then I'll engage Reza on the wing and get some practice in.
Yeah. This is what happened when the ball went into the net. And they called it back for offside. So it took them quite a while to decide whether this was offside. When you say Oral?
I don't know why it took so long.
He was offside, yeah.
The replay was offside. About 10
But why did it take so long?
Right, that's what I was wondering.
But and again, you can't call back a goal if it was you said it was a goal. It wasn't a goal, yeah. But it looked like a good play. I would give my defense a hard time for allowing that man to get that ball right here. And that's been a real goal. What do you tell Belgium now? So you have all of the ball, you're not scoring, you look better, you're not scoring. So what is that? You make any changes by this?
No thing. I would keep the same team. They were doing well. They have made 222 passes. They're in the attacking third. They're getting balls across. We need to get a more, probably put a second striker into the box. Push up one of the midfielders into the box so we have more numbers in the box. And instead of doing the conventional crossing back, I'd probably put that cross to face to the goal where the defenders are forced to face their own goal. So any touch of the ball will go inside because they're all happy to come up.
You know what I find Oral, Craig and Miguel as a coach myself, so they dominated Oral and we had a different discussion. We're not going to get, but dominated game, but you're not scoring. But to me, the best part of an attacker forward is to get the chances. So they're getting the chances. But then now you come second half and you're not scoring, you start to all kind of different things now and then you stop. You lose your focus. Don't you see that all the way? Because the only thing that's wrong here is you're not keeping the ball in the score because you're getting up there, coaches. Right?
But if you look at it, what they're doing is the traditional Belgium, they're developed that way. Go to the line and cut it back. So they've done their research, right? Yeah. So what they're doing now is they're waiting on the ball to come back and block it. So who's playing the better game so far? So if I can say to you, now in the football, when a team is playing low block, right? Normally you want 1-2 on the side. But when you're pushing across, you go to the byline, push back the ball. For example, I'm at the corner flag. No, everybody is here. What I want to do is pass the ball back to a player.
So someone can run on.
And then that person cross the ball. Because what that does is that when everybody is in line, when the ball goes back,
when it starts to push out,
the defender starts pushing out.
You throw it in the space behind
and then you put the ball in the space behind them. They need to do that. They're too predictable in terms of how they want to play.
Exactly. The problem though that you have is that most people are going to do that.
So maybe I think the best thing to do is instead of cutting it back, cut it right across the 6-yard box. Everybody is running back, including the defenders. So that cross coming over, whips across like that. You're going to get a goal. I think a goal can come from half time. Miller scored.
I still said 3-0.
Still said 1-1.
So that chance nobody like saying it.
I think they were weird over the early. Yeah, man.
I think if the Belgian team scores early in the second half, floodgate open.
Exactly. I got some information from Kyle Butler a while ago. Said, listen, that's where the block is. They need to go through the.
Let's go back to the seat. We'll be here at the end of the game.
Broadcast of the FIFA World Cup brought to you by Flow, Red Stripe, Coca-Cola, KFC, Supple.
Right. Enjoy your Father's Day. No. Well, I think without open with a million by the encouragement. No, my me. Hali mo ayam food and guy in it. I'm back for people. When you come right. Today they must be Father's Day. You drop me off on your and put this. You drop me off every day.
You come right up, you come right up.
Yeah, then after she said that, they really said it. I think somebody more now say, alright, good. Nah, but he is busy. I'm gonna find out. Every man is gonna be. No matter what, not that you know me snapping one day, grandma. I mean, I have to force him to stop him, you know, for that.
So the players make their way out ahead of the second half here. Increasingly hot Los Angeles Stadium now. Feels about 10 degrees warmer at kickoff time. The arena bathed in sunshine. Let's put you Rudy Garcia's half-time dressing room. He's tried plan A, he's probably more than halfway through plan B. What can they do differently to break down this stubborn Iranian defence?
Well, I think that they need to, certainly if the ball's wide and they're going to play it in from wide areas, they need more players to support the Lukaku. Because at the moment they're just being outnumbered by the Iranian defence.
As you saw there, with Ali Reza Jakanbach becomes the 10th Iranian to win 100 caps today. Congratulations to him and great servant down the years. The team he has replaced Saleh Adani. Belgium out with the same 11 that they started with. Attack the goal away to our right in this second half. First goal could be crucial here in this group G match. Iran straight away getting Jakanbach involved.
What an introduction that would have been for Jahanbach to come on to there, bring down the corner to him. I think Red Zayan will go back to that right back position with Jahanbach going as more of a right winger. Maybe we might see a bit more of Rezayan in that favoured position.
Historical defending from the Iranians in the first half. Obdurate opponents today to Belgium. Jakaiba. Trossard is so dangerous in those areas. De Bruyne breaks down effectively by Khalilzada.
Again, just that ability to shift and move from Trossard in towards De Bruyne, that extra touch, able to defend.
I be surprised if Romelu Lukaku could last 70 minutes today. Well, Garcia will want the veteran striker to receive as much service as he possibly can in the minutes upcoming.
Oh, right down the back of the calf for Trossard.
Well, that's a sore one from Leandro Trossard.
He might be looked at by VAR. Jahan Bakshi was. He really did catch Trossard on the back of the calf and ripping his sock.
Rudy Garcia says he wants to bring attacking nature to his Belgian team. Well, we've certainly seen plenty of that so far today. He said he'd rather win a game 4-3 than put an extra defender on and go for a goalless draw. It's not really what Belgium has been built on over the years. They've always been a vibrant attacking unit. But no Eden Hazard these days. Talked about the defenders they've lost, Alderweireld, Vertonghen, the record cap holder for Belgium, Jan Vertonghen, Vincent Kompany. Starname's no longer involved. They still rely heavily on the spine of the team, Courtois, goalkeeper, through to De Bruyne and Lukaku.
And they really just catch him. And the only thing that saves Jahan Bakshi is maybe just not the force. You see the studs march down the calf, maybe just not the force in the challenge.
Well, that just might slow Trossard down. In the next few minutes, we'll see. He's still limping very heavily. And it's Belgium way up this set piece. In by De Bruyne. That'll be a corner. Off the head of Ali Nemati.
Mine in a brother.
De Bruyne's corner, didn't catch it. We'll have another try. He's trying to hit Mekele at the near post there. Maybe a little deeper this time from De Bruyne. More flight on that one. Oh! Side netting only. Salamakers, nothing wrong with the technique here.
No, that deep ball from De Bruyne, he sees it all the way for the side volley. I think he'd be disappointed with that in the end. Has to go back across goal, you would have thought.
New Zealand and Egypt still to play their second games in this group. They'll lock horns in Vancouver. Reminder, all four nations in Group G have a point prior to today. Salamakers, Tielemans, taken on by De Kuiper. Tielemans. In by De Bruyne, seizing just a little too high for Trossard to deal with.
And De Kuiper now, 3 decent attempts he's now had towards goal. This time, Khalil Zada, so brave in the block, and they've done that so well. And when it's played back in, Trossard might have been offside and the ball was just a little heavy for him. Lovely flick from Tielemans. And De Kuiper coming onto it, opening up for him. Khalil Hazard, so brave with his goal.
This is a part of the United States where they really know their soccer, as they call it. This is a rich sporting history in Los Angeles, the only city in the United States with 7 teams in the 5 major sporting leagues, including the American football teams who share this stadium, the Rams and the Chargers. This baseball team, the Dodgers.
And I think so, don't it?
And a shot on the volley dealt with by Courtois.
Iran nearly scored, but the goalkeeper.
Jeremy caught it sweetly enough, but couldn't divert it far enough away from Courtois.
Yeah, man, benefits. Respect, put respect on them name. Put respect on the goalkeeper them name. Put respect on them name. Cabo, Bernie, goalkeeper. Give respect to Curacao. Never call them kick out Jamaica. Give respect on them name too.
Courtois in the way.
One next
With
goalkeeper
the
we
goal
can
that was disallowed
put
from
him
Taremi, it has to
remember
be
him. One
barred
next
away.
country goalkeeper too.
Belgium's number
Put
one.
respect on him.
Or else
Can't
he will
remember
save
all
it.
him country.
Yuri
Long
Tielemans.
time back. But you have some goalkeeper man.
There was a handball
The
and
Mexico
gets tossed
goalkeeper
up.
not bad too.
Good news for Belgium is that he is moving freely now, Leandro Trossard.
Can't.
The elbow.
Remember, but put respect on him.
Iran had to wait a long time for that effort on target from Taremi. First time they've introduced Courtois since the 14th minute. A reminder, Belgium missing Jeremy Doku today, outstanding form in the season. Just finished with his club side, Manchester City. Respiratory infection keeps Doku out. Here's Lukaku, smart turn. Oh, the touch deserted him in the end. Just wanted to turn his body and pull the trigger there on Lukaku. Back on Belgium again. De Bruyne.
You just haven't got time for a bad touch against this Iranian defence. You haven't. De Bruyne guilty of it. He was as well. Lukaku. It was a good run off him.
Raskan. Sloppy pass. Jahanbakhsh. Rezayan. Munier. Salamakers can't get to that. Well, Belgium are going to make a triple substitution, I think, in a moment.
Yeah, that Taremi chance though. Caught it really well. On the volley with the right foot. Courtois, great positioning. Backed it away.
Well, we're going to see Dodi Lukabakio, winger Hans van Aken, midfielder Timothy Castagna, defender, to come on for Belgium shortly. Raskan, Salamakers and Munier are going to make way shortly. Lukaku. Just Lukaku like a tiger inside that Iran penalty area, just waiting his moment.
Well, he's isolated again.
She's been so nice.
Easy to defend against just one player in the penalty area. Belgium, if they're going to play it in, has to be more players attacking the penalty area.
Belgium making those changes now.
Nobody can score. That's like Iran, that's getting much for Iran.
Coming up for hands
So
back.
everyone that tried to play good in the last part, but them gone a few 7 minutes and the game so far.
Slovakia's position will go to Lukabakio. Central midfielder, drop in where Raskan was. Estenia versatile, but right back will be his role. Come on for Munier. Lukabakio, missed with a lot of pace.
The Serbians are something like myself, nobody don't touch you.
Really important. Well, we call a hot day now in Los Angeles. First to Amy, to be hot in front of goal. Wants the free kick, isn't going to get it. Hopefully he felt that was one off the high board from maybe Taremi.
When I penalty, like when I just like something, it is a free kick, like a chance you can kick.
Tielemans. Van Aken.
A big man, Lukaku really said man really gonna play the whole 90 minutes. Must have been the whole 90 minutes.
Good pass. Excellent control. Speedy showing. Takaiba was in there.
She's a monster.
Emerson. And to keep that out. It looked a certain goal for Maxime Takaiba. Well, the touch from across
Put respect for the name. Put respect for the name.
That was an outstanding save from Birnbach.
We'll take a look at it in a moment. But certainly defenders around.
No, moving that goalkeeper is bad. Put respect for the goalkeeper name. They want to act like when they trip off. We must swear that that's so the man caught the ball at the ball is a real goalkeeper. But I love to see, say when Belgium score, but that's something that I really, that's happy, but I really want all them score, the way all the goalkeeper have. If them score and the goalkeeper can't get physical, the man really,
struggling to do this.
oh no. So under the edge of my seat, so look at my meet here before I meet one up. And then what you say, a football match will I watch.
Lukaku can't feed on the cross. De Bruyne will pick up the second ball. Important moments these for Iran under heavy pressure now. Trossard.
He's not
That works for Lukaku.
It felt like a golden opportunity to run with the run. Brilliant takedown to pass that across towards Lukaku. And Birnbach, honestly, the reactions are just stunning. De Bruyne showing his class with the touch and playing that in through the legs. Nemati, brilliant, but then Birnbach, how quick is he up? How strong is that left hand? Wow.
Wow, indeed. By Van Aken and Birnbach. Gathers quickly. And that's what all the training brings you. Goalkeepers who work so hard on actions just like that, the ability to get off the ground so quickly. His third World Cup, Ali Reza Berhan, the Iran goalkeeper, 89th cap today. De Bruyne. Just can't keep the All Iran. Belgium sensing a breakthrough now. Ludovacchio. Punch the head of Baron Bounds. Happy to see. The rebound from Van Aken. Finish well wide of the target.
Yeah, really, Van should have taken that in to his stomach. Instead, he chooses to punch straight to Van Aken. He tried to cushion the attempt back over the goalkeeper.
Iran goalkeeper was once homeless as a youngster in Tehran. Worked as a street cleaner and in a car wash. Here he is now excelling on football's greatest stage. Taremi, just out of his reach, but not by much.
No, sir. Them goalkeeper, no man, we can't manage.
Van Aken,
This one crow.
Castagna,
This one crow.
Tielemans. Just look at that from Belgium in the last 10 minutes. And they're very much engaging Baron Van now.
Well, you'd expect the fatigue to start to set in for Iran. Referee view of this save. Just outstanding, honestly. The strength in the arm, so crucial.
He must be bench pressing some decent weights, Baron Van, to have an arm as strong as that to keep out to climb up.
One more. If I saw the man want to play the ball,
Expensive pass.
the ball, feel more. So the goalkeeper,
Wanted to see this
the
out.
one where the team is not saying they promise. The goalkeeper, the one
Lost crosses there for Nemati, and he's done very well twirling around the corner.
Should have just given it up when he didn't. Still made the run. See Baron Van's punch out. Lovacchio's effort.
Iran spectators find their voices in the Los Angeles Stadium. Kiss for the ball from Razayan. It would be a crushing blow to Belgium if they were to concede now. It's accused. Zada couldn't direct the header on target. Double substitution now for Iran. Zafi, his 148th cap comes to an end, and Mahedi is coming off as well. Scorer, first group match against New Zealand. And the two players coming on, Milad Mohammadi started the opening group game. Mehdi Tawali is also
You come from all out of Nigerian tribe, you come from the weird back, yes,
decision for the referee. Oh, and red card for Ngoy. Rudy Garcia looks on nervously. Tielemans expecting what the referee Pereira from Argentina gives here. Ngoy pays the price for that.
Look, people when I'm running through that still need a red card. I see people do worse.
A little cab out, there wasn't too much contact, but it can be intense from the referee's point of view.
Was the panic from a young player. He knows he's made a mistake with the touch and the pass back. And it's an instinct, I think, just to reach out in panic.
Oh, God.
That's exactly what he does. Taremi, course clever, runs across it, feels a touch to the face and the chest. Good decision for the referee. Taremi did look as if he might be away, that's for sure. And Goy, really, with a bit more experience, I think he would realise he's got the pace to get back and he should have allowed Taremi in on goal, but it's the panic.
Oh, God.
Well, that's a Goy out of the final group match against New Zealand. Belgium already getting Artur Tiat ready as a replacement. They'll have to sacrifice somebody shortly. The window of opportunity opens for Iran, with a quarter of the game still remaining. I understand from the pitch side that Romelu Lukaku is going to be the player to depart.
When I really see Manhattan, I really see the red card necessary. I don't know that.
Well, the dynamic of the game completely changes. All of a sudden it will be Iran feel as if they can have superiority of possession.
The Belgium stop striker, defender, top defender. Even the team, even the committee that say they really see the much contact, but in the day.
Does that mean that Kevin De Bruyne will have to attempt to see out the game in its entirety today, after missing so much of the season with his club side Napoli? He's had a very effective game. De Bruyne just unable to find the runner with it back here. That's his 8th red card, incidentally, of this World Cup. That's as many reds as in 2022 and 2018 World Cups combined. The 3 on the opening day, you'll recall, in the Mexico-South Africa match. Wasn't the most difficult pass, that, but lacked accuracy. Ramos trying to spread the play. So here comes the Belgium change as we reach the second half hydration break. So a red card for Nathan and Goy, puts a wholly different perspective in this game now. It's not to say that we're going to necessarily see heavy Iran pressure on the Belgian goal. Probably not. In many ways, with Iran fancying the challenge now with a player advantage that just might open up a few extra gaps for Belgium. We'll see.
Well, it's got to be measured from Iran in terms of the change that will come about. They've had chances in the game. Well, Wilder's come to the rescue a couple of times from Fanani and from Taremi. You just wonder, you talk about perfect timing in terms of the hydration break for Rudy Garcia being able to tactically now just put his stamp on the side with a player less.
Lukaku still up on it, oh, sorry.
Tiat is on to replace Romelu Lukaku. Rudy Garcia reacting to playing a player down. Lukaku certainly felt his exertions today. Vacchio's playing the Lukaku role now in the centre of the Belgian attack. Belgium's turn to go into a low block now.
Amazing how they will completely change roles as teams. Iran with possession, Belgium now in the low block. So that's the question of Iran.
Belgium still with a higher XG. Behind Belgium now, Iran, but that's very calmly done.
Classy touch, wasn't it? Lovely.
There's Maxim Zakaiba again. Trossard. Van Aken. The attendance has been pushed up on the screen here at the Los Angeles Stadium. Just over 70,000, as many as it holds. Out today. Developing magnificent atmospheres right around this World Cup. Not least here where they love their soccer. Two MLS sides, LA Galaxy, LAFC. Strong fan bases. The melting pot of cultures, LA, so many people of different nationalities, a big Iranian population here. And it's people, the Golanese side here now, trying to run a little bit of extra energy out of the Belgian legs. so much height. Wonderful to see the supporters from the different competing nations side by side. And everyone fully engaged with this one, seeing it it's going to turn in a favourable direction for Iran with a player advantage. He's going to Iran head coach to take his bench again shortly.
Them old thing. If you make a red card, you make a small replace him. Why not end up and down to 10 man? I know we.
Coming on, he was a starter against New Zealand, played well. Look at that here.
Well, I just wonder whether he'll look to change the system. They're still playing with a back three, a back five. Not sure that's needed with the extra player.
It's a defensive midfielder really in Saman Goss, who's going to be replaced by striker Mogambu. Remember, you've been quite impressed with him against New Zealand.
Yeah, he was all action. Mogambu.
England legend Rio Ferdinand amongst the interested onlookers. This game does finish in a draw. Good opportunity for either Egypt or New Zealand with a win in Vancouver to go top. Advantage there, but Argentina wants play back for the Belgian free kick.
How match he was, just stepped across the keeper, took away the free kick. You have to really threaten Iran. Good possession, but particularly in grey area.
See the momentum for Iran since that red card for Ingoy. Well, they've never got out of the group stage before at the World Cup. Iran in an excellent position here to all but seal qualification for the round of 32 if they were to win. It certainly wouldn't discount Belgium with 10. They will back themselves to make a chance or two. De Bruyne. This is out. The shot's on. Relatively comfortable for Courtois. But on target. That's all we could ask of a swipe.
That's a delight he was. Sizing up that effort. Made a bit of a mess of it actually, Courtois. Decent strike, but right at him. Left that out of his grasp. Hopefully to no harm.
We've had 14 goals in the 3 previous matches here in Los Angeles at this World Cup. We still await the first one here in Group G. between Belgium and Iran. Incidentally, Iran have never avoided defeat in their 2 opening matches at a World Cup. Strong position to do so here. Still Belgium well ahead in terms of attempts and those on target. Eight minutes to go plus stoppage time.
And you just wonder the amount of effort that they've exerted, Iran, whether they've got the energy to go and get that goal. Khaledzada it was turned by Lukabakio. Difficult position for Iran also in terms of would absolutely be a very good result to draw against Belgium. Feels like there could be an opportunity for the extra player.
For the Belgian free kick, Iran were wanting to make a substitution. It's on hold for the moment. As De Bruyne settles over the free kick. Then Van opts to punch. Carries an element of risk from the goalkeeper there. Now the break may be on, but not now. Castagne, who is alive to the danger. And that's a goal kick. So Iran will make the substitution now. We're going to take off Saeed Esatolahi.
Felt like that was a corner.
And the player replacing number 6, Esatolahi, is Amir Hossein-Zada. One of many in the Iran squad, the number 18, who plays his club football at home. He's with Tractor. 5 goals in 18 senior caps before today for Hossein-Zada. One attempt from Iran since the red card for the Belgian centre-back Ngoy. For some reason Iran didn't get Hossein-Zada on in that stoppage, so 10 apiece at the moment. Van Aken. Substitution was delayed because Esatolahi took too long to go off. Another fine save from Iran. He's having a little contest with Takaiba. Ali Reza Biranvan, but another excellent save.
It is Takaiba again, drifting in from that left-hand side, but once again, he doesn't get the required power on the strike. It's into the floor, takes the power out of it. Biranvan is there once again.
Yes, just to qualify what happened there with Iran wanting to make a substitution, there's been a tweak to prevent time wasting, speed the game up. The substitute has 10 seconds to get off, as long as they're not injured, in order for the replacement to come on. And if you go over that 10 seconds, then they have to wait a minute until, of course, the next stoppage in play before they can make that change. So Hossein-Zada still eagerly trying to come into this game. It's a needless push by Tiat. And the flag is up for offside anyway. And Kevin De Bruyne run his heart out today. The tank empty. On to replace him, Matias Fernandez Pardo. Not long into the Belgian setup. Fernandez Pardo was a late sub in the opening game against Egypt. He's in France with Lille. And well to keep his hands out of the way there.
Well, he's just showing off now, isn't he? Clement Vans, he takes some outstanding saves. He's acting like a centre-back playing up at the back.
White shirts flood forward here. This is Iran's moment. Van Aken says no. Back come the Iranians again. Japan back. Flags up for offside. Looks like he's guiding a plane into the nearby LAX airport, Rudy Garcia. All hand gestures. Is anyone going to step forward and grab the headlines? We're in minute 89. Trossard. Tiat. Leandro Trossard sets up Van Aken, doesn't take the shot on. Look at Bakio. It wasn't a bad cross, but the defending's good enough.
It was Tillemans that was trying to drift in at the back post. Excellent, just enough strength to keep Tillemans away.
Chant of Iran rings around the LA stadium. Group G is setting up to be really tight for qualification for the knockout stages. One come down the goal difference in this group, you know, the way things are heading. The first criteria is head-to-head.
Oh, you know that.
It's been draws all the way so far.
Eh?
Earbuds.
Trying to pick their way through now, Iran. Oh, it's a loose pass from Dekaiba.
But them not
To a
finish the
minimum
lift.
of 5 additional minutes.
Them not have the lift it up the right way.
Van Aken. Nice rip for Tillemans, but Belgian captain could get nowhere near that. Iran's last 10 World Cup goals have come in the second half, 5 of them in stoppage time. Dekaiba. Red shirts in support. Trossard. Looking back here. Some terrific defending from Iran in this match.
Oh my. Oh.
Free cross. No direction in the header. No pace on the cross from Mekele to really generate any power. Exploited in by Castagna. Mekele struggling to get up and above. Jahanbach to guide the header. And players with their hands on their knees, giving absolutely everything in this game.
Is Miss Palmer? Oh, the rice? Oh, the gravy. Alright, 2 times.
Piper as well advanced again, but made a good run, but Pass didn't feed that run. Here's Kiat. Well, it opened up. Well, Fernandez Pardo. He gets right underneath this one.
Oh, he did the first part really well to get away from his marker, and then it just sat up slightly as he strikes the ball, sending it high and wide.
Good catch, sir.
When I catch a ball from me, I can't when it's in there,
Towards the final 60 seconds. Trossard.
Remember wear glasses. Remember use the other something you can't see. When you look them fine.
Struggling to engage for a moment here, Iran. Looking back here. Well, he certainly had Berenband interested, the goalkeeper.
He did. The strike is good, and it was arcing back in. He had it covered, of course he did. Berenband
What a ball!
just came across.
No, sir.
The last time Belgium failed to win either of their opening 2 matches of the World Cup was in 2002. Iran on the cusp of making some positive history themselves by avoiding defeat in their first 2 matches of the World Cup. They're very close now. Referee Pereira of Argentina has had several looks at the watch. And that's it. It's a shutout at the Los Angeles Stadium, down to that man. Several brilliant saves from Ali Reza Berenband, none better than in the second half to deny Maxime de Kuyper. He was absolutely superb. Embraced by centre-back Khalil Zada. The red card for Ngoy didn't help Belgium's cause. They still had enough possession maybe to have squeaked it in the end. But it's finished. Belgium nil, Iran nil.
This was a match.
Dare to Dream a post-game show brought to you by Flow, Red Stripe, Coca-Cola, KFC, Suppergen, Sunshine Snack.
You find it? Eh? How you find it?
Just see focus.
What that what is there?
The seed from the shop on the mark of that's what the first thing.
Okay, one more.
You know, putting a soup or no, that's bomb.
On the bag out the door?
Yeah, right, that's what now.
On the veranda?
Yeah, right, that's what on the bottom. So now soup or good, that's what.
don't know about nobody, but I don't know if you can burn that goes to show. Say.
Listen, if me pass it and me think of the said one when he put here.
Yeah,
You see it, but me think I hit.
Because he said a draw. It's a 1-1, but he said a draw.
I said it up on the ball when you think
No, good game for Iran did what they normally do, which is to be compact and try to play on the counter. I expected more quality, but the Belgium team, they don't have the quality players to disrupt a team in a low block, and they're very predictable.
Having said that, well, some of us thought that this Belgium team would go very, very deep. And I mean, don't get me wrong, they still can. They're not out of the World Cup. They have 2 points to the game to go. They could end up with 5 and go through.
Yeah, this result itself is surprising.
Yeah.
The approach to both teams was not surprising, but the result itself, I thought that Belgium had enough to break down Iran. Obviously, they didn't. I think this confirms now that Belgium will continue to underachieve in this World Cup. Ready? Well, I don't think they can do worse than they did today in terms of their opportunities that they got. A lot of chances. The other team defend as well. But I think they need to lift up themselves and put in some work.
We're going to go for a break, but I leave you guys with a question, because sometimes you always say they didn't do well, as opposed to say, well, the other team caused them not to do well. So it's not like them just never play good football, because you're playing against a team. And they're not going to say, all right, then, you're better than this, let's score some goals. I thought Iran did well to stop Belgium. So we're going to go for a break. When we come back, we'll get a little deeper with our discussion. Super.
Alright. Oh man.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Why? I have seen worse. This whole thing, some of them was good. Some of them, but maybe the bad one to say, if we come from my life, that one I tell me now, but some of them are racist. Some of them are racist. Most of them with the black players, them moment him not hide and talk. Majority of them say black players, them quick to give them a red card. Or some my country them will come from out of the European thing there, them quick to change. The moment I something I observe. If one of my people do worse, moment I tell them so what they and so on. And if one of them, that court the one of them people, they would step on this something. I'm never getting a yellow card or nothing. You get up, but look like in the after part now, and then spray something till I have to keep. And I walk up, see my protest, I say, alright, then see them here, but my foot, give my yellow card, and nothing like that. I notice it, grandma, they're not being fair. They're not being fair. Something you want to observe. And you observe right, grandma, observe right. So like how that team is this from Iran, but now I'm telling you which team, how far I'm going to see contest right now. Brazil in one class by themselves this moment. But which team I want to see in terms of defense, but I want to see Iran go up against Japan. Because in terms of, I look at all I think them do good defending, but they say, oh, their team and the youth can catch goal and get, I know the Chinaman them want to see. But I love to see man, the Chinaman them with a phaser. Because so me like competitive game, like game to the like I say, for them goalkeeper, not bad neither from Belgium, give him props to, but enough goals them save. But the Iran goalkeeper save more. But Cougars to him as well. Him save the most. Where you not catch your favorite where you are?
Lady.
You want a bum bum? You want to mess with the big boys? You want to run?
And I come out now. Lord, it is so delicious. I send you out there to do something, you know. I Miss Lady. try for the breast. The breast easier. You want a bang bang? You put the big boil. Run around, ticky, run, ticky, run, and the bang bang. You eat, you eat cattle.
It's not cool, so.
Don't worry about
Then go cover. I don't know cover a nice sauce, like.
I don't want to cover it. Fast, come back and watch.
Football game. See? Football game, I take you over to like me.
Yeah. It's a good game I play.
No man, mommy, today was a good game. No lie. Me just say, Grandma, that maybe he's not what Iran play.
Yeah, no, don't turn out the rice potato, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, it was one cook some more.
Look how you smell it, you know, yeah. You can like?
You know, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to around. Not from see I eat. I like where I come to mango garbage.
I was going to say, I am out this and that, so.
No, man, so no. Well, that's why I'm so much time because we may end up on close up because by 5 o'clock I have a next game for watch.
So, how was your audience?
My audience, nobody know.